All right, awesome, Julian. So I pulled you aside today, bro, because I had some questions for you. I know that right now you got your full-time job, but you're in the process of actually studying for your investment advisor license. And it's a major thing because only 1% of people in the country have that license. It's a license that allows you to be able to help out families in planning for a better financial future, helping them invest money for retirement, because nowadays not a lot of people are actually saving money for retirement, or don't know how to save money for retirement, or don't know anybody that can help them save for retirement. And that's why I appreciate what you're doing. Yeah. Right now he's studying what's called the exam called the SIE, which is, what's it stand for?
Securities Industry
Essentials exam. So it's pretty much a pre-exam to the Series 6, to the 663, and then the 26 license that allows you to legally invest money for other individuals, allows you to roll over money from old 401ks to individual IRAs, which allows you to set up retirement plans for companies as well. So that's exciting. But I actually want to ask you, what do you do full time for work?
Yeah, so right now I'm a carpenter in the union. Okay. Still an apprentice, but about halfway through it. Okay. So, yeah, I've been doing construction pretty much my whole life, but then I also wanted to have, like, not just have that, have something extra, so that's why I'm in Primerica, and then now I'm working towards that license that you just spoke about.
Okay, gotcha. So then, what's some challenges that have you faced with the challenge, with taking the exam? Because I know that you already took it once. Yeah. You failed it, right? Yeah. By how many points?
By 2 points.
2 points. 2 points. You need a 70% to pass. You got a 68. Yeah. Right? Why do you think you failed it that one time?
Well, I know I failed because I let loose like the last week and a half or so. I went to some concerts and went out and stuff.
Okay.
Cause I felt a little too confident, and well, yeah, I know that's why I failed. So this time around, I haven't let loose. I've been studying consistently. The stuff that I struggled on during the last exam, that's what I hit harder this time around.
Okay.
And then, but still repassing the other stuff that I kind of already understood.
How is this material structured right now? What do you have to study? I know there's a certain amount of chapters you have to study. How many chapters?
So there's 12 units, and then it's broken down. Like first one, for example, is primary and secondary markets, and then it goes on with like customer accounts, like the maintenance of running a member firm, calls and puts, a bunch of different things.
Okay.
I don't know all 12 of the titles off the top of my head, but that's kind of some of them.
Okay.
Debts and stuff, bonds.
Okay, cool. So you're definitely getting deeper into the world of finance, understanding how stuff works, how things move.
Yeah, because you always, on social media, you always hear about bonds and do this and that with your money, but you never really know what it is. So now that I've actually been studying, now I'm like, okay, now when I hear it on social media, now I know what they're talking about.
Okay. So it makes you your eyes more open to what's going on out there.
Yeah, I'm not just like, oh yeah, he's right, he knows what he's saying. Now I can actually kind of fight it, he's right or he's wrong,
Right, like the Hispanics say, ya me sé defender, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it pretty much is say you know how to defend yourself, right? Because you're knowledgeable in the space as well. So you've gone through the 12 chapters, right? When you're studying, okay, so tell me about, because I want to tell people how you're studying, because you're soon to pass it. You failed it once, but you're coming back again to take it, right? I'll tell you guys my experience on that too when I failed the exam. Mm-hmm. Well, now how do you study? What is your study process? You walk in, you sit down, what happens?
Yeah, so now, but when I first started, like I said, the first thing I did was go through all the units, go through all the chapters, all the pages. That way I know what I'm getting into, and then after I do that, I do just practice exams over and over and over. I don't know if I'm going to show all the exams and stuff.
Okay, yeah. Let me see what you got, bro. Let's see what you got.
So there's 12 chapters, right? You started taking quizzes, or you started by reading the material first?
I started with reading the material first. Okay. So that way I kind of knew somewhat when I got into the exams, I knew somewhat what it was about. Okay. Obviously, by the time you finish all the 12, you might forget some stuff about the early chapters, because, well, for me it took like like 3 weeks to get through the units.
Okay.
Yeah, like, well, that's just what. I'm not a full timer, so I don't have like the whole day to study, but
Right.
you know, the afternoons and the weekends.
Okay.
Took me about 3 weeks, and then, well, after you you finish your material, then you can start doing exams. So that's pretty much what I've been doing, just over and over.
How long are these exams that you're taking? Or
They're
quizzes?
20 questions, which takes, I mean, if you've done it enough times, like you can see 20 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. Once you really, at first you struggle, as you can see 44%, but then slowly it gets like green, and then green.
Gotcha.
So it's like you at first you're like, damn, I don't know nothing. Then as you do it over and over, it starts hitting more, you know. And then once I hit that 70 to 80% consistently, then I can go on to the next unit.
Okay.
So that's when I know I kind of got it down. So
Each one of those 12 things, right?
Yeah.
What are they? How many quizzes does each one got?
So
Or is that as many quizzes as you want?
try to show like all this.
Oh yeah. Flip it around, bro.
So yeah, if you look here, like these first 3 units are the biggest units. So like the first one, for example, has 372 questions. So you try to get through the most you can out of it, and that way you've seen most of the questions that you could get on the exam. There's 2,500 different questions.
2,500 questions on the exam. Potential. So 2,500% potential questions on the exam. So meaning that you got to study this much for an exam that's this big. That's the challenge. yeah, that's the challenge. It's not that it's hard. It's just that they feed you through a fire hose, right, and then give you a little string of a test like that big, right?
A little straw.
Yeah, a little straw, right? Like, take that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so each one has multiple questions inside of them.
So yeah, the point is to get through as many questions as you can, so that way you're prepared for every single question. So yeah, it's 370, 260, 350. So, I mean, I didn't go through every single question because up to that point I already got the material down for that unit. So yeah, you pretty much just go through every unit, and then just rinse and repeat until you can get it down.
Okay, so you've just been tackling each one until you can clear out all the questions possible.
Yeah.
That one says 0 right there, bro. Why does it say 0? 0 out of 200.
Yeah. So
you haven't done that one?
No, I'm gonna just leave that one aside.
Okay.
I'm gonna master everything else and then just leave that one.
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna approach it.
Okay.
Because last time I got a 68 and I hadn't even hit half of the units, so now I've hit the other half. I just left 1 unit behind.
Okay. Now this is the other challenge to taking these things, these investment exams, is that if you fail it once, how many days do you have to wait?
A month.
If you fail it
30
twice,
days.
how long do you have to wait?
30 days again.
If you fail it 3 times, how many days do you have to wait?
180 days.
180 days, which if you don't know the math on that, that's 6 months that you have to wait. When I first started in business, I started taking those exams right away. I was 19, 20 years old. The first time I took it, I didn't take it serious. I failed it. Second time, I was like, oh yeah, I'm kind of serious, and I failed it. And the last time I took it, same thing, failed it. I got a 50-something, a 69, and a 69. I was crushed. I remember it was my birthday that day. I was like, I'm gonna take it on my birthday. I was turning 21 actually, now I remember. I turned 21 that day, and I failed the exam. I got so crushed. I said, I gotta wait 6 months? 6 months, right? And I was so devastated. I didn't take it for another 3-4 years. I didn't try at it again. That's wild, right? And so that's why I'm proud of you that you're knocking it out here at 21 years old, you know, and you're actually gonna get it done. Like, it's gonna get done.
For sure.
And this is the thing, I told him, like, you make sure he goes through every, like I didn't like that thing is empty, because if he doesn't do that, I was a maniac about making sure I did every single question on that Q bank, like I didn't miss one single question. And anything I didn't know, I wrote it down. I don't know what video means, I will write down what video means, right? Whatever the case is. A stock, I don't know what a stock is. If I've seen it 5 times and I don't understand a stock 5 times, I'm gonna write it down. I was a maniac about making sure I did every single question on that Q bank, on like every last. I didn't miss one single question, and anything I didn't know, I wrote it down. I don't know what video means. I will write down what video means, right? Whatever the case is. A stock, I don't know what a stock is. If I've seen it 5 times and I don't understand a stock 5 times, I'm gonna write it down. So I'm glad that you're pushing to knock it out. Once you're licensed, man, I mean, this is the pros of getting licensed. You do investment trades. We get paid residuals. You pretty much build your own retirement, because what happens is that if you build enough of a client base that are consistently investing, right, and they're investing for retirement, let's say he sits down with people around his age to a little bit older, that's 30 to 40 years of ongoing investments. That means you have 30 to 40 years of ongoing residual income, month after month after month after month after month after month. Where you turn it to a $500 stream, to a $1,000 stream, to a $15,000, to a $2,000, to a $3,000, to a $4,000. At one point, you'll get to $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 that just come in month after month after month after month because of the work that you've been doing.
That's the goal.
That's
down the road.
That's exciting, bro.
Yep.
And doing this at 21 years old.
Yep.
That's
getting at it.
That's the best part.
Yep.
And part time too.
No, yeah, part time.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
So, bro, appreciate it.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Yep, for sure.
You already know.
Non-stop.